With the New York Times in one hand and the Catechism of the Catholic Church in the other, Al Kresta is ready for conversations of consequence.
We do not train to be merciful here. Mercy is for the weak.
Pope Francis has declared the year of mercy.
The message of divine mercy is the heart of the gospel.
You said it very well.
ISIS claims they have more terrorists in America.
What you talking about, Willis?
This is not a time to be afraid, though.
If God be for us, who can be against us?
Nobody! Broadcasting from the studios of Ave Maria Radio in Ann Arbor, Michigan, and taking a closer Catholic look at current events, issues, and ideas. This is Kresta in the Afternoon.
What you do is so critically important. That's a great analysis. You nailed it.
The force is strong in this one.
It's showtime.
Well, let's start the insanity.
You have proved yourself worthy. Will you join me? Who's with me? Let's go!
And good afternoon. I'm Al Kresta. Glad to be here. I want to follow up on something we talked about before I get to this next hour. I'm going to follow up on something that we touched on last hour, and that is this so-called warfare between science and theology. I just wish, we should publish lists on this. Imagine a scientific hall of fame, for instance, right? So you have the Scientific Hall of Fame, and you have all the different scientific disciplines there, right? You have infinitesimal calculus over here. You have mineralogy over here. You have electrochemistry over here. You have the Doppler effect over here. Who would you put as the father of those disciplines? Well, the father of the experimental method is Bishop Robert Grosseteste. Yeah, a bishop. Oftentimes they talk about the father of scientific laws. That would be a Franciscan friar, Roger Bacon. The father of genetics. It would be Gregor Mendel, an Austrian monk. You take a look at the discoverer of the aurora borealis, another Catholic, Pierre Gassendi. The father of analytic geometry is René Descartes, again, Jesuit trained and a philosopher who had some problems, but overall considered to be, to the end of his life, a faithful Catholic. You take a look at heliocentrism, the idea that the Earth revolves around the sun. Archdeacon Nicholas Copernicus, again, not only a Catholic, but actually serving office in the Catholic Church. Take a look at modern chemistry. Antoine Lavoisier, Catholic. You go down the list, Blaise Pascal, probability theory and hydrostatics, a great Catholic apologist, wrote a collection of thoughts called Pensées, French for thoughts, that deal with defending the faith. Just geology, Blessed Nicholas Steno, who was a bishop. He's the fellow who gave us the idea that the geological strata were arranged in such a way, and the fossils embedded in the geological strata were arranged in such a way that we could develop a history of natural life. Everywhere you go, you see that Christians played a very active role in the formation of all these modern scientific disciplines. And it's only since the 19th century, usually the late 19th century, that this nonsense about some sort of intractable conflict between religion and science began to grow up. There are reasons for that. There are mistakes in England, for instance, that the Anglican Church made. At one time, you couldn't teach at Oxford and Cambridge unless you were ordained in the Anglican Communion. So you had, and that produces resentments, right? And then you have people who want to fight about it, and one of the tools that they use is to claim, well, it's the religion and the narrowness involved here that keeps me from getting a job. But that has nothing to do with the real philosophic issues involved. Those are causes for personal resentments and willingness to fight, but they have nothing to do with the intellectual affairs at hand.